Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined today by the Stiff Brownie, the Intern, and the Dirtbag. Today's show is brought to you by J3 Supply Group for your hoses and fitting specialists. Come on down and check these guys out, Southern California, Huntington Beach. Also, remember to go to our website,
yes,
hbunfilteredsportstalk.com. Check out all the new things we got on there. Plus, we got backup.com. 6 terabytes, for 6 people and 6 devices, and it's only $9.95 a month, and you'll never have to buy any storage ever again.
It's good stuff.
Not even in public storage. It'll hose all that too. Anyways, we're having a little problem here today. We've been starting to drink, and I'm going to switch it over to the intern and take a little break. What happened this day in sports history?
So actually, yesterday, this day in sports history, after his 56-game hitting streak ended on July 17th, 1941, Joe DiMaggio went 0 for 3. July 18th, 1921, Babe Ruth achieves 139 home runs with an MLB record 575 feet hit to become the all-time home run hitter in MLB, taking the title from Roger Connor. Yesterday, Ohtani hit a home run against the Yankees, and this was the 14th time he has hit a home run in the 7th inning or later.
Nice.
And some fun Ohtani Babe Ruth comparisons. We have, through the first 674 games played, Ohtani has 160 home runs, Babe Ruth has 159. And first 455 innings pitched, Ohtani's record is 35-19. Babe Ruth, 35-18.
Remember, I don't want to date myself too much here, but do you remember when Tony Gwynn was he was at 40-something games, getting close to the hit record, and then he obviously didn't do it. But I know there's been other people since that have gotten in 30s, 30-game hit streak, but I don't know if that record's ever going to be broken.
I don't
it's pretty
think
amazing.
it is.
If people have never played baseball before, you have no idea how hard it is to hit a baseball. I pitched. I was on the offense. I loved pitching because I knew how hard it was for people to hit.
Right. You know who actually had a 58-game hitting streak, but it was in college? Do you remember that person?
Ventura, wasn't it?
That's right. Robin Ventura, Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
But he's now known for getting his ass kicked by Nolan Ryan when he came to the mound after getting hit by a ball.
Hey, don't mess with it. Don't mess with the boss.
Don't mess with Nolan. You come and get your ass whooping, kid.
He took his hat off and actually put a cowboy hat on and put a little Yellowstone on his ass. That's for sure. He did
a little rope-a-dope.
Hey, that's a great segue into baseball because there's some teams that are really hot. Like I told you guys last week, you need to watch the teams that are actually playing for something and the teams that aren't playing for something. The teams that are not playing for something: Kansas City Royals, Oakland Athletics, Chicago White Sox, and Milwaukee Brewers. They're ultra cold this week. Kansas City's at New York Yankees. I know the Yankees aren't playing very well, but they're one of my teams that I loved over the weekend. I love Houston, who is at Oakland, but doesn't matter because they always beat up on Oakland. I love Minnesota against the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are at Minnesota for that, and the Twins are playing great baseball. And then obviously the Atlanta Braves are probably the hottest team in baseball. And I know everybody's going to argue with me and say Tampa Bay's the hottest team in baseball. And record-wise, yes. But Atlanta continues to dominate. Acuna Jr. is going to win the MVP. Even though I do like the kid from Miami.
Olsen's a stud, too.
Their pitching's amazing.
Austin Riley.
The Boston Red Sox are on fire. I love the San Francisco Giants. You can get them so cheap right now.
Yeah.
You're basically on the money line. You're making minus 130. That's 30 cents.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
And then Miami and like I said,
Pittsburgh's reeling too.
They are.
The Pirates are.
They are. But you know what the thing about Pittsburgh is that I don't like is that they actually have some good young pitching.
Yeah.
There's a guy with the last name like Averia or something like that. He's really good, and there's another guy that's very good, and so Keller, and so therefore I don't generally like betting against Pittsburgh because you never know.
Right.
They've got talent.
And just to plug, they had the number 1 pick, and they took Paul Scanis.
Yeah.
Out of LSU, so that guy's going to be an ace.
Ace, yeah. So this is generally when the cream rises to the top. I know there's the All-Star, or not All-Star, the trade deadline at the August 1st. So you're going to see who's buying and who's selling.
Yeah.
And when people sell, that's when we take advantage of that.
I'm telling you right now, I got 2 hot players. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Cody Bellinger, man, he's stepping his game up this year for the Cubs, and he's on a 1-year deal.
Of course.
But the Cubs need to sell him because they're going to get something good for him.
Yep.
And Stroman, their stud pitcher.
Stroman's a great pitcher. He was amazing in the World Baseball Classic.
So
he was excellent.
I saw in an article where the Dodgers were thinking about going after Shane Bieber, but he just recently kind of hurt his elbow.
Right.
So I think
out of
that
Cleveland.
I would kind of stay off that. And if I'm the Dodgers, I wouldn't mind trying to pull the trigger to bring little Bellinger and Stroman back to go with Ohtani and Trout.
Sure.
I mean, they're the second best farm system. The only one better is the Orioles. But
The
you can't.
Orioles are
Orioles
so
can't trade.
good.
They can't trade away what they've
Man.
started. They're on the way back to being good, like they were in the late '70s, early '80s.
That kid in the home run derby that switched.
Oh, Rauchman.
Yeah,
Rauchman.
That guy's amazing. He had another home run yesterday.
Yeah, he's a stud. They got that stud pitcher. Rodriguez went the other day. They actually got their 8-game win streak snapped. Dodgers came back, man. They were down 3-0, and then they were
won
down like
6-4.
Yeah, they were down 4-2, and Chris Taylor hit a grand slam on an 0-2 pitch. That's what you can never do as a pitcher. On an 0-2 pitch, you cannot deliver it right down the middle.
Well, I was on the Dodgers, so I appreciated that 0-2 pitch.
Of course you were. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some baseball that's going to take place, and let me tell you something. Once August 1st hits, then everything's going to fall in place, and we're going to make some really good money for the next 4 weeks because we know who's wanting to win, who isn't wanting to win, and who's calling up September call-ups when their number's over 55 or higher.
Yeah.
You know that's a AAA pitcher, and that's when we start taking overs and we start taking the other teams, which stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about that.
I am so excited about the next 2 weeks when these trades start happening and fruition starts coming true.
Do you think?
I don't want to be the guy that's saying "I told you so," but Ohtani.
I was at
Dodgers.
the Angel game last night, and I happened to get seats in the Diamond Club. Thank you, David Miller, for that. Artie is shaking hands as I'm coming in, and I almost said, "Listen, I need to get you on our podcast because you need to understand how bad your GM is fucking you right now. You should have traded Ohtani 2 months ago and gotten Brody Miller and another pitcher and a whole bunch of other assets."
Time. He's gonna get a nice handful back from the Dodgers or somebody. There's no way. They're not. They have. It just came out. They basically with the strength of schedule that they're going against, and you don't have Trout. And their pitching staff, they're bringing up guys from their AAA, yesterday.
We talked about this at least 3 weeks ago. You've got Houston and you have Texas that are winning the AL West.
Mariners are starting to get better, too.
Okay, sure. And then you have the entire AL East.
Yeah.
That's Baltimore, New York, Boston, Toronto, Tampa Bay. All 5 of those teams are in the mix for not only the division or their division title, but also for the both wild card spots.
Yeah.
Angels aren't going to the playoffs, people. Just accept it. It's okay. Yeah, you had fun. I hope you got to see Ohtani, but he is not going to be an Angel much longer. And if I'm Artie Moreno, I also trade Trout, which we've also talked about.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And trade Rendon.
Oh, man, if we can get Mr. Glass healthy to trade him to somebody, oh, Lord. Do you know that guy, his last year with the Nationals, he's played more games than 3.5 years under the Angels contract?
Of course. That's the curse of the Angels when they signed that guy to a big contract who played really well for another team and was an MVP candidate. That's kind of like what they do.
Dude, it was a $90 million?
No. Rendon got like $250 million.
Get out of here.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, my God.
We're going to have to go...
Artie, please reach out to us. We can help you. Help me get your team together properly. Jesus.
Yes, let's build for the future. Start with a brand new young team. Be the youngest good team in the...
And to be honest with you, you don't even have to pay me. I like doing this podcast. I'll just tell you what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's free. Free 99.
Free 99. How does that go wrong?
If you told me the Angels only had to have a better record than the Oakland A's, I'd say put the mortgage on it.
Yeah.
But that's not how it works. They actually only have so many spots available to make the playoffs. So the good thing is, if he does get traded to the Dodgers, Angel fans can still go to Dodger Stadium and watch him. So
Yep,
that's
true.
the good thing. And he gets to stay in his house or condo, wherever he stays,
I seen
with
a
his
lot
little
of
Japanese Bieber interpreter.
I seen a lot of traction of him going to San Francisco, and San Francisco, I think, is a serious competitor because they've handled players as big as Ohtani before.
Yeah.
I think they have the assets, and they've got some young talent. Do I think Ohtani pushes the San Francisco Giants into the playoffs and possibly makes them a World Series contender? No.
Yeah.
I think he's excellent. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But that's a different ballpark to hit in.
Yeah.
And
They'll definitely be
and I
putting
don't
in
think
Heavy
they-
Cove.
Yeah, I don't think they have the talent. But again, we come back to what we talked about the last couple months. Do you rent a guy to show him how great your organization is? I would.
If you're the Dodgers, you do it. If
I
you're the
would.
Giants, I think you're gambling.
Yes, I agree with
I don't
you
think
100%.
he likes the cold.
Yeah, well, it's not that cold right now up there. But my point is that if you're the Yankees, you're the Yankees. If you're the Dodgers, I think
Yeah.
Ohtani. I think genuinely, my gut tells me, somebody gave him some really bad information.
Yeah.
He thought the Angels were the Dodgers and the Dodgers were the Angels when he first signed with the Angels.
Well, he knows now after Japanese Heritage Night.
Yeah, God, I hope he goes to the Dodgers,
Yeah.
and I hope Artie's not dumb enough to wait so long to where he gets nothing.
Get your tickets right now, August 3rd, Hello
Yep.
Kitty Night.
Put a futures
It's
bet.
going to be awesome.
To me, put a futures bet on the Dodgers to win the World Series because if they get
Yes.
Ohtani, that's a massive difference.
And remember, they'll get Trout, and Trout will come back for playoffs.
Yeah.
So
What's the lineup with? What could be the potential Dodger lineup?
We're talking about Mookie Betts leading off, Freddie Freeman batting second, Trout third, Ohtani fourth, J.D. Martinez fifth. Now, that's the thing. J.D. Martinez is going to have to play either right field or left field, but I'm okay with him in the outfield in the corner, let's
Yeah,
say.
have him play
Even
left
if he
field.
makes-
So the
Even if he
throws-
makes a couple errors,
Yeah.
it's worth it to have his bat in the lineup. Then you got Max Muncy, Will Smith, and then does it matter after that? It doesn't even matter after that.
Could Artie
I could bat ninth.
Could
We're
Artie
good.
exactly? We don't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
We just walk up, walk out.
Intern's gonna pinch hit.
Yeah.
Lay down a bunt. Yeah, we're
Could,
good.
could Artie's GM, whoever that is, pull off, Ohtani and Trout for 3 starting pitchers? Miller's got to be involved. Sheehan and maybe the dude that's
Sheehan,
in
Stone.
and there's a guy in Double A that's really good.
Perot.
How about the catcher? Get the catcher.
He's definitely gone because you got Will Smith.
Yeah.
You're not gonna unseat him, so yeah, the catcher
And then
definitely goes.
And then they need like a draft pick because
Yeah,
they
give
need
'em 2
draft
draft
picks.
picks.
Yeah.
Dodgers are deep.
God. Artie, here's my number.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
Oh,
I'll make it happen.
By the way, I gotta bring up this one EDLC now. That's what they're calling him, Ellie De La Cruz.
Yep.
He just threw basically a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from shortstop to first to break O'Neal Cruz, his missing brother, twin brother,
Wow.
that plays for the Pirates.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these two guys are freaks.
I do have to say this: the Cincinnati Reds are very exciting to watch.
Yeah, they are.
They remind me of the Reds back in the '80s. They used to come over and kick the Dodgers' asses.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Even go back.
That was like a
further,
rivalry,
70s.
even though it wasn't a rivalry.
The Big
you know?
Red Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good times. But
Well,
anyways, what do we got this weekend? We got the Open, right? The British Open.
we got the British Open and
We call it the British Open, but it's
Rory
Open.
McIlroy. Oh yeah, sorry, they call it the Open now. They got to try to trump us with the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got the British Open, and I got my picks.
Oh, I want to hear this.
All right, and it's obviously it's a links course, Troon Royal Liverpool golf course.
Yep.
Obviously Rory McIlroy's favorite, and you got Rahm, but I'm staying away from those two. I'm going with Cameron Smith.
Okay.
I'm going with Tommy Fleetwood.
I love that.
Here's my Victor Hovland. He's also in the top 10 to possibly win it. And then my long shot is Louis Oosthuizen.
Dude, Louis
Oosthuizen and the South
You know,
African.
that guy always plays good at the Open.
He does.
He does.
He does because.
And I believe he's plus 11,000.
And the reason I took Tommy Fleetwood, these guys are great iron hitters, and they keep it down the middle. They stay out of that heavy hay shit that they got to try to hit out of. You don't even know where the ball is.
Fleetwood is a
They're hacking.
Fleetwood is plus 2,300. I'm going to tell you who I picked, which obviously you have him. It's Cam Smith.
Yeah.
Guy won last year, and he literally said yesterday, "I know I got to get the jug back, but
Yeah.
I'm going to win it." He's saying this to his boys, but I'm going to win it so we can continue to drink in it.
It's
I love that guy.
He's got one of the worst mustaches I've ever seen, and with that mullet, it's just not a good look. He's got to do something else.
Hey, remember, we're doing top 5, top 10, top 20 when Jeremy tells you the picks. The dirtbag knows what he's talking about when it comes to golf. He's always a contender, no doubt about
man.
that.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no, you always are. I always play your stuff. Cam Smith is 1,700, so plus 1,700. That's put 100 and get 1,700.
All right, sounds
You know?
good. Hey, we're gonna go right back to the intern for a couple more MLB highlights.
So a few more MLB highlights on this day in sports history, July 18th. 1927, Ty Cobb's 4,000th MLB career hit. 1964, Pete Rose of the Cincinnati Reds hit the only Grand Slam home run of his career. 1970, Willie Mays becomes the 10th baseball player to get 3,000 hits. 1987, New York Yanks Don Mattingly ties the record of home runs in 8 consecutive games. And in 1999, New York Yankees David Cone becomes the 15th pitcher to throw a perfect game, 6-0 versus Montreal.
God, I love David Cone. I love watching him.
Yeah, David Cohn's he's an awesome pitcher.
He threw, 15, 20 years? He threw forever.
Yeah, I gotta make one comment about Pete Rose. Check the bat for it being corked.
No, come on.
I'm just kidding. He likes to choke up. It was his only home run. Grand Slam. Come on. Funny
Cheers.
Fun. Sorry. Have a good weekend.
Like and subscribe.